What's good everyone, it's your Worker Ball here and welcome back to the channel. Sometimes on my streams I kind of mention that I have a pretty boring life. I'm just simply a delivery driver that just drops off orders, whether it's DoorDash, Uber Eats, or the new app that not a lot of you guys may know, which is called Walmart Spark. I just deliver groceries and then I just simply live my normal life of just either video editing, helping out my family, or anything that just comes out of the blue. But today I might actually want to show off my life just to show you guys what I do on a day-to-day basis. So this is how I actually start off a normal day when I'm actually not streaming. So normally I now have been starting to wake up at 7 in the morning. I used to wake up at around 9 or 10 in the morning, but since I've been waking up very early, I've been able to have access to more orders, as well as I just feel much better as I wake up earlier. I slowly start to wake up. I don't really get up and get water or brush my teeth or even get coffee. I just simply wake up, I go to my phone and I turn on the apps immediately. As soon as I woke up and turned on the app, I actually received this order for $20.01, which is actually a really good start for the morning. So I got all my stuff, my wallet, my keys, started up the car, and I head over to the Walmart. It was really foggy around 8 o'clock in the morning, but I was able to at least drive safely to the Walmart and go pick up my groceries. So this was everything on the first order. This was the second order that had a lot of groceries, but it was a neighborhood that I was very familiar with, so it ended up being very easy. And then this was the third order right here, a very small order, and I was able to get an easy $20. So I decided to drive back to my local Walmart and actually wait for an order. And then this happened. I was able to get a $36.75 order for my next order. This is usually very rare because I don't really get that many orders in the morning sometimes. So I made my way to the Walmart that I have to pick up from, and then I got everything loaded up. Now you might be thinking, Cabal, why are you not helping the Walmart employee? Well, bizarrely enough, I've been told countless times not to help out to Walmart employees, mainly because they've had issues with orders being mixed up into other orders. So I actually have to sit there and do literally nothing. So everything is finally loaded up and it's time to head to the houses. This order was in a neighborhood that I was very familiar with. It wasn't that hard to find, even though in Google Maps it shows the location to the back of the house, which leads to nowhere. This was also everything that was in this order. Moving on to the second order, this one was a little bit further out there, but it was in a location that I'm not really looking forward to, and that is in an apartment complex. This was everything that was in our order, and one thing that I don't like about apartment orders is even though they give you the instructions are still not very clear, because it says right here that it wanted me to go into the second stairs and second floor. That's the stairs I went into. No worries though, we got it done, and we're now off to our last order, which is also pretty far away and kind of in the middle of nowhere. I mean literally in the middle of nowhere. But however, the house was right over here. I was able to deliver these groceries, and we finally got done with the $36 order. As soon as I got done with that order, I immediately actually got another order for $13.98. This is on the lower side, but I was thinking that, you know what, if we're doing good with all these orders, I'm gonna go ahead and take it, and it was at a Walmart that I actually would be willing to go to. So I made my way to the Walmart and I parked in their parking location. I'm recording this day of the life thinking that I wasn't gonna make that much money, so the fact that this is one of the few mornings that I woke up early with no coffee, by the way, and I'm already able to make $70 in about 3 hours, that's actually honestly amazing. So I'm glad I captured that for you guys. Got the two orders loaded. One is a regular house, but the first one we're going to be delivering to is actually an apartment complex. Thankfully, this one has no gate code, so I'm able to deliver this normally. And I think this particular room or apartment number should be on the first floor, so I shouldn't be carrying that much stuff. And of course I was right. It was actually at the back of the building of the apartment complex, and this was everything I had to drop off for this order. We finally get to the last order for this batch, and this was everything that was in this order, and we finally got done with the $13.98 order, making our total to around $70. And my luck was just about to get better because this was my next order. As soon as I said we have to make $30 with the cents, we get an order for $29.80, which if you add up all the other cents that we've made from the other orders, we made a total of $100.54. We are at a rate of $25 an hour. I'm running on no coffee, no food, and I am making bank. And just like that, we made it back to the Walmart store to start shopping for this $29 order. And there was a lot of stuff missing for this order, We were missing like prune juice, some tart cherry juice, Vita Coco pressed coconut water, 2 of them by the way, some baby formula, which I felt bad, there was none left in the shelf, some Chobani yogurt. They had no signs of this yogurt whatsoever, but it didn't matter because I was finally done with this order and I was ready to check out. And yes, I had to bag every single item on this order, and I had to load up all the groceries, but that's not really that hard, so I'm kind of used to it. This order I actually had to get on the highway because it was a little bit further down, but the drive wasn't even that bad. I finally get to the house and unloaded all the groceries. But just when I thought I was gonna come back home, drink some coffee, I get this order. When I tell you guys, this is an amazing day to work, it is an amazing day to work. So right now I'm actually coming back home. So I'm going to go get some coffee finally, because it looks like I'm going to have a good day this whole entire day. I don't know if I'm going to be working a little bit later. I got Fox's videos that I got to finish up and I'll be good to go. Do not tell this to Fox. I already have like her first video done and I'm just finishing up the second video. So literally I'm way ahead of schedule right now. All right, so this is one of these rare occasions where like if I continue on working, I will not stop. So after this order, I'm actually gonna go get some lunch. Most likely my brother and I are gonna be getting some food, and then we'll see what happens for the rest of the other day. Went to go pick up that order, and thankfully this was all that was in this order, but the next order was a little bit, but it wasn't that much. So this was actually an easy $20. All right, just finally dropped off that last order. I just got a text message from my brothers saying where I'm at because they want to get some tacos. Usually what they mean by tacos is Jack in the Box tacos. My dad, my brother, and myself are huge fans of the Jack tacos, so I'm gonna come back home. We're gonna go ahead and get some tacos. First, I gotta figure out how in the hell am I gonna get out of this neighborhood. I'm not very familiar with these neighborhoods, but I am hungry. I'm literally now running on just coffee with creamer. I finally found my way out of the neighborhood, came back home, and we went straight to Jack in the Box. We finally get to the Jack in the Box to secure the Jack tacos, and I was basically with my family just watching movies, TV shows, whatever we feel like watching, and we do that every lunch and every dinner time. Here you can see that my family is reacting to the Houston Texans actually making to the playoffs in the locker room, since my dad and my brother are big Texans fans. Now that I finally got some food out, I'm finally able to do something, because if you notice from my hair and my face and everything like that, I look utterly disgusting. So I went to go take a shower. I finally took my shower, and if you're curious about what I use in my hair, I do get a lot of recommendations to use products, so here's everything that I use on my hair. I'm still using a 2-in-1 Bourbon Head and Shoulders because I do still get dandruff, but I'm not just using this anymore, because when I used to use this, my hair would actually dry up and it would look disgusting. So now I actually use the Maui Coconut Milk Shampoo, and this is good for my hair. It's making my hair soft, actually tangle free. It actually is nice in my hair. But for the conditioner, I'm going to be using a Herbal Essence conditioner. But I think this is about to run out, so if I'm going to run out of this, then I just use the other Herbal Essence conditioner that I have right here. My face also gets greasy and ashy, so I also use like a daily cleanser, so that way my face doesn't feel as disgusting as usual. Finally, I dry off my face as well as my hair, and now I'm ready to actually finish up Fox's videos. So there's a lot of things that I can actually do from here. So I've already got done with all of her videos that needs to be done. I'm about to go ahead and submit them so I can be done for the rest of the week. But now I have basically a decision to make. I can either do another order just for shits and giggles. I could play Dead by Daylight, but I also have one thing. My mom wants me and my brother to go with her to the grocery store to actually pick up some groceries. We got a couple things that we need to go ahead and grab, but that's not going to be happening until 4:15. Right now it is 2:47, so I can literally play video games, I can make more money, or I could just watch YouTube videos until the time being. Now my friend Isaac has called me, and usually I kind of stay in the calls, kind of talk to him for a bit. But there's one thing I can actually do while I'm talking to Isaac, and that is clean up my damn room. I have a lot of clean freaks in my community as well as in my friend group. For some weird reason, they really like it when everything is clean. And I've always been a very messy person, so I didn't really think of it as a problem until I stopped using my green screen. So for my viewers' sake, I decided to clean up my room, especially because from this day on, the next day is going to be my first day coming back to live streaming. So might as well clean up my room and make my room a little bit presentable, so that way my viewers do not get a very big eyesore just from watching my stream. By the way, this little tiny vacuum was actually very useful. And just like that, my room is officially fully clean just in time for the stream debut tomorrow. So since I cleaned up my room, it was finally ready to actually drive all the way to the grocery store, so that way we can get some groceries for the house. These are all the groceries that we bought, and we were ready to buy the groceries and then load them up into the car. Now it's finally time for dinner, and I think this is kind of a salad type of dinner. So first off, what I usually do is we have a lot of veggies in the fridge that we usually kind of like throw out or use as like compost, since my dad likes to do experimental gardening. I decided instead of just throwing out all the veggies that we just let rot, why don't we use that leftover veggies that is not rotted and turn them into green smoothies. So this smoothie is actually really simple to make. It's just the leftover veggies that I basically have that either has like expired a couple days and is not rotted. Then I also put in a banana to add a little bit of sweetness and flavor, as well as if you want to go a little bit healthier on this, I actually went with almond milk vanilla flavored. I put it all in a blender and then I just blend it up until it kind of looks like, bizarrely enough, this disgusting green liquid that when my brother saw this, he actually was disgusted by it, but when I showed it to my mom and my dad, they actually approved it and actually thought it was impressive that I was just using the leftover veggies to make a green healthy smoothie. I took my green little concoction and we actually watched a little bit of shows while I had to wait for the air fryer to be ready, and then after that I made myself this delicious salad right over here. But I also realized I cannot believe I forgot the best ingredient ever: ranch. I grabbed that ranch bottle and then just slathered all that ranch on that salad, and I kid you not, it was the best thing I think I've ever had in terms of salads. Finally, the day was done and it was time for me to actually rest up and get ready for tomorrow, since tomorrow was my return to live streaming. But it was still a little bit early, so I decided to watch some YouTube videos until I felt a little bit tired, and then I finally got to my bed and went to sleep. Now you guys are about to see another version of my life, which is not essentially a work day, but this is what I call the stream version of my day. Essentially what that means is, instead of just dedicating my whole entire day to working, I actually just dedicate like the morning to working, then I eat, do some other things, and then I actually go ahead and live stream for the rest of the afternoon. This time I woke up at around 8 because at 7 it was actually pouring down rain, so I decided not to work on that hour. However, the rain was actually going through and I received this order right down over here. I got my jacket out because it was still raining, and then I realized one thing: I was running low on gas. So I just quickly went to my local gas station and filled up my car with gas. The most ironic thing is I actually spent $33 on gas. My order was also $33. So my profit was actually a couple cents. All right, so I still have yet to get unassigned from this order, which is great. So hopefully I can get started driving and we can get this order done. And just like that, my car is fully filled up and we're on our way to get started on this order. All right, I got everything in the trunk. The only thing that could make this order pretty bad is if it just starts pouring down rain. It's showing some signs where the rain might actually get bad here. And I have like a big order for an apartment and then another order that's further down to a house. So I'm hoping I can get this order done. Rain might be a little bit steady, hopefully, for the day. And then if not, then I could just like relax for the rest of the day. I have no editing to do. I could start editing the day in the life, actually. I could do that. But let's see how much we can make today, because I'm not expecting that many orders today. And we are on our way to do this order for $33. And we finally stopped by the first one, which is an apartment. But I had to figure out where this apartment was.
All right, so made it to the apartment complex, but we need to find apartment 2. Whoa, man, I hate the mud. See that? I almost slipped. Okay, this is what I was afraid of. Okay, yeah, it's sandwiched between 1 and 3. However, building 1 looks like it's closer than building 3. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn around, park the car closer, because this is an extra large order. This is a really, really big order, so I can't be walking that far for the order. So I'm gonna pull my car around and then we're gonna get started with this order. I know it's gonna be bad, but how bad is it going to be? Oh, that's not too bad. I was expecting actually a little bit worse. I know this looks like a lot of groceries here, but usually when I think of big orders, like extra large orders, I think of so many sodas and waters and all that. These are just like normal groceries that I can just carry normally, but it's going to take some time. So let's get this done.
So I just found out not only that this order was on the second floor, but the customer is blind. Whenever I put the groceries down, there was a stick, those foldable sticks for walking people. So this might take a little bit longer to do. However, I'm almost done with this order.
All right, everything's all good to go now. We're going ahead and get the second order done. He didn't really need that much help. He usually has someone that helps him out, which thankfully he had someone to help him out. Not a lot of people like those type of orders because of the fact that it takes longer to make money, but these services is also very useful for people with disabilities, so I understand completely. Let's go ahead and get the second order done.
I'm glad that this order did not have that many groceries, despite the fact that this order was actually pretty far away from when I usually shop at. But this order was in a neighborhood, so it was going to be a piece of cake anyways.
That order took me the majority of the hour, basically, so I have to drive all the way back to my zone. I'm actually pretty far away from my area that I usually do orders in. But now it's almost 10 o'clock, which means I can work for about 2 more hours until lunchtime. So I'm going to try to get another order today, and then we'll see what happens for the rest of the day.
All right, so I was just editing my video, just like, kind of like working on the day in the life. And then I got another order. I got a shopping order for a whopping $44.98. When I tell you I'm having the best luck on Walmart orders, I am seriously having the best luck, because that literally means in 2 hours, I have officially made $78.64. Which is really good for a Monday since I don't get that many orders. I have to shop for this one, but do not think that I get this like every single day. Like I'm having the best luck that I've ever had with orders, but I rarely get a lot of money from some of these days. You guys are just seeing the best moments from what I do for a living. So let's go shop for this order. I actually decided to be a good brother and decided to bring my brother along. The reason being is we were already getting close to lunchtime and Cane's was actually right next to this drop off. So I decided to bring him over so that way we were able to both get Cane's. This was by far the most amount of items I think I've ever grabbed for an order. This was everything that I had to bag up, package up into my car, and then head to the drop-off location. And after 1 hour and 15 minutes, we finally get to the house, dropped off all the groceries, and my brother and I finally went to Cane's to get some goddamn chicken.
There you go. Y'all have a good one.
All right, you too as well.
We secured the bag, and my mom and my dad was actually not home. They were actually at work. So my brother and I had the best idea of actually watching a show that we were wanting to watch, but we don't know how our parents would react to it. We decided to watch the anime Scott Pilgrim.
So I just got done with the Cane's, but I'm kind of basically on call right now. As I told you guys before, I got a bombshell hit on me in terms of like picking up my mom and stuff like that, but my dad hasn't really texted me today. They're usually really good at reminding me if I have to go pick up my mom, or if my mom wants me to go pick her up, they would usually remind me. I've gotten no text messages, so either I'm just editing for a bit until I go live, or I just simply just do nothing until I go live. So that's where we're at right now in time. So I'm gonna go ahead and continue on working on a little bit of this day in a life video, and then we'll see where it goes from here.
So my dad actually ended up picking up my mom, so I don't really have to do any of that. I have about like less than 10 minutes until I actually do go live, so I'm setting up everything here, and I'm going to probably show you guys off so that way you can be a part of the day in a live video. I did work on the day in the live video for a little bit because I was going to do an order, but then I decided, you know what, I'm just going to go ahead and just work on this video. I've already made quite a bit these past couple of days, so I think I should just relax, get back into streaming, and surprisingly, I still don't know what I was going to be doing for today's stream. All right, we are finally live right down over here. Chat, say hi. You're going to be on YouTube over here for the day in the live video. Look at that. We got a couple people right down in here. We're just only a couple people. I mean, your mama, that's crazy, say your mama. But yeah, currently live streaming. Probably going to be live streaming until like around 10 or 11, and then we're going to see what we do after that. But that's pretty much my whole entire day. Hope you guys do enjoy. Hi, me in the future. That's crazy. But yeah, this is pretty much like my end of the day. I usually stream for like the whole afternoon, and then I just go from here to there. But hope you guys enjoy.
I used to wonder